No matter what you're building, you shouldn't have to worry about how fast you can cover your roof. Zip System Roof Assembly is an easy-to-install panel and tape system that helps quickly achieve rough dry-in, eliminating the need for felt. Whether you're adapting to schedules, codes, or weather, our products keep your roof all zipped up. Watch easy installation tips to protect roofs during and after construction at zipsystem.com.
On Deck is built to back small businesses like yours. Whether you're buying equipment, expanding your team, or bridging cash flow gaps, On Deck's loans up to $250,000 help make it happen fast. Rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau and earning thousands of 5-star Trustpilot reviews, On Deck delivers funding you can count on. Apply in minutes at ondeck.com. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by On Deck or Celtic Bank. On Deck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Welcome to another episode of Fringe
Beyond Limits.
Ugh.
Okay, that sounds bad.
Oh my
That
god.
one's funnier.
That was funny. All right. So
Is that what you really sound like? You can just speak and ask Missy.
that's my O sound.
Oh god.
Maybe.
You're so vulnerable now.
I'm actually just trying to think about like is that what I sound like? I don't think so.
After this is over, you'd go, Missy.
It's
Listen
not
to this.
it's not probable. It is possible though. So yeah. So I used to watch this show called The League on FX, and it was basically like 6 friends that played in a fantasy football league. And like one of them is a plastic surgeon, 2 of them are lawyers, and they're just like the biggest idiots when it comes to like fantasy and stuff. So there was this one guy, and he used to call it vinegar strokes. Have you guys heard this term?
Nope. No, I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah. So it's
Your face looks devious.
it's the face that you make, and it looks like you're smelling vinegar, and it's like you're the last strokes before a guy comes.
Ew.
So he calls them the vinegar strokes, and he's like, you can look deep in their eyes and know what they're thinking. It's awesome. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, I know that face. I'm visualizing that face. Gross.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
I want to unvisualize that. Thank
happy vinegar strokes, everyone.
you. Good. It's a month-long holiday.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine
I wouldn't be surprised.
just having vinegar strokes every single day for a whole month? All right. So,
I'm done imagining.
all right. Good. That's great. How you guys
How was
been?
your week?
Yeah. How have you guys been?
Any vinegar strokes?
Solo vinegar strokes, not
Solo. And
Yeah.
make that face.
You know what? Next time I'll do it in mirror.
Mirror and
I'll tell you what. I will FaceTime you.
no, I knew you were gonna say that.
I'll and then you could tell me, or I'll just like video myself, just my face, and then I'll send it to you.
Oh, just post it on OnlyFans. You might get paid for it.
Ooh, this is true.
You might actually.
Yeah, I still want to do feet pics with my amputated toe on OnlyFans. There's got to be a market, right?
Oh, there is definitely a market for that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
wondering if it's oversaturated these days.
this is a man's foot, and is a size 14 foot that's missing his middle toe.
It's part of it.
So if you look at my right foot, it looks like it's doing the shocker symbol. So, yeah, there we go. So how are you guys this week?
Better now.
Oh, fantastic.
Here to you, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Let's see. We got Dumb Ways to Die, right? We do that. We do that here, all right? Kind of making fun of people dying. I love it. All right. Who wants to go first today?
I can go first today.
Yeah, because you don't want yours stolen, right?
Yeah, she's stealing it.
Yeah, she so is.
If she stole... Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So mine is from a guy from South Korea. A handicapped man rammed his wheelchair into the elevator doors 3 times after being irritated that the elevator had gone without him. The 40-year-old plunged down an empty elevator shaft to his death as the doors could not withstand the force of his chair. Safety regulations were strengthened after the elevator was installed to prevent accidents, quote unquote, such as might happen to children and drunks.
Yeah, you stole mine.
That's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Beat you to it.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. But yeah, real stupid. Like, thankfully, we only lost a handicapped person that time, It wasn't like a able-bodied person. I'm joking. My wife is handicapped.
He's gonna kill you.
So just a joke, doing a bit.
Doing a bit.
Just doing a bit. So.
Yeah, but this is why there have to be rules and laws and stuff, because stupid people do stupid things.
Agreed.
The whole putting on the cup, caution hot.
Yeah.
Well, that was different.
No, it's not.
So the old lady that spilled coffee on herself, the reason why she won is because the coffee was actually hotter than it should have been.
Right.
So
it was boiling.
Yeah.
You know what also makes me mad?
What's that?
Is when you go to Starbucks or Dunkin' and you order coffee, they ask you if you want it iced or hot.
You're right.
This whole Gen Z group is fucking up my coffee game. If you order coffee,
I thought you were about to say is when you get it is lukewarm. When I order stuff, I had to say extra hot.
Oh. No, the fact that they have to ask you if you want it hot or iced is wrong. Like, if I say I want an Americano, that is a hot drink. If I say I want a cup of coffee, that is a hot drink. If I say iced coffee, that's a different story.
Ice,
but it should be presumed a hot beverage, unless specified like a Frappuccino or something.
One time I went to Starbucks, I asked for a green tea, and they're
hungry.
And they're like, water or lemonade?
What?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, do you want water or lemonade? I'm like, I want iced green tea. And they're like, but water? I'm like, and look at, because Brian was me, he's like, they're asking, do you want it with water or do you want it with lemonade? I'm like, water.
What? Who? What?
They're asking, I think they're also asking if I want like green tea lemonade, but like, instead of saying, do you want green tea lemonade or regular? They asked water or lemonade, and I was so confused. And they did it again. I thought it was a one-time thing and did it again at a different Starbucks. I'm like, this is so weird.
They're getting too fancy for their own britches. You know what my sister told me the other day? That Gen Z, and I'm not trying to pick on them.
No, it's okay.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Parents, Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah.
Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid,
she's the
but
best,
yeah.
but...
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah.
We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Need to restock inventory, cover seasonal dips, or manage payroll? OnDeck's small business line of credit provides immediate access to funds, up to $200,000, exactly when your business needs it. With flexible draws, transparent pricing, and full control over repayment, you can tackle unexpected expenses without missing a beat. Apply today at OnDeck.com, and funds could be available as soon as tomorrow. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
It's okay. They don't listen anyway.
Gen Z has recently discovered the home cafe.
I'm sorry, what?
Making coffee at home. The home cafe.
No comment.
Yeah.
No comment.
Did you know you can make your own coffee at home?
I'm sorry,
Mind
what?
blown.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
What?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that why a lot of like TikToks now show people brewing coffee at their own house?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I had no idea you can make your own coffee.
we're doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the movie Idiocracy. Did you do that movie?
Podcast?
Did you?
No.
Oh my God, you should do that movie.
It sounds idiotic.
Oh, it is. But it's such
Is it like stupid humor?
so it's about a guy who gets convicted of something. I don't remember what, but they cryogenically freeze him, and then
Oh, you've talked about that.
yeah, and then forgets about it. And then when he finally gets thawed out, he comes into this world where everyone's fucking stupid. And like, yeah, it's actually it's a great commentates today's world. Yeah.
Well, speaking of idiocracy,
Yeah.
my dumb way to die.
Yes.
So I was reading a Reddit thread, and someone who was asking for the stupidest ways they've heard of someone dying. And this person posted, "A kid at my high school died because him and his friends were taking turns hitting each other in the head with skateboards. And they just kept hitting each other harder and harder until they reached the too hard, essentially, and a kid passed away
All right.
as a result of watching the Jackass movies." And then a comment made me laugh and it says, "Sounds like the scientific method to me."
That's awesome. Okay, well, 50% of that stupidity is out of the gene pool.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, I'm not sure if we did this one or not, but I'm going to go ahead and you guys can correct me if we did. Because Bree stole mine and I had to find another one ASAP.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah, I'm being 100% serious.
Did you not see him flip me off?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was looking away.
Oh, so
I tried not to like laugh when I saw that. I was like, "This is awesome." I didn't think no one actually was going to take mine either.
yeah,
How?
yeah.
How did you guys, Bree, you're psychic and you don't even know it.
Probably.
No, she's psycho. Psycho.
Same thing, just a couple letters different.
This is true. Like Satan and Santa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So this is August 14th, 2010, Kentucky. Right by you, Lynette.
Yeehaw.
So Kalita H. was traveling at highway speed in her Chevy down County Road 519 when she and her passenger decided to swap seats. The car had an open T-top. She stood up, pulled herself onto the roof, and she fell. The Fayette County Coroner's Office reported that the 20-year-old died from injuries sustained while impacting a guardrail. On the way down, her foot hit the steering wheel, and the car veered left. The passenger, who was still inside the vehicle, grabbed the wheel and managed to regain control of the car and save his own life.
You know what's funny? That one was my backup.
No, I fucking hate you.
I think we're on the same website.
That's wild. I thought when you were saying her foot hit the steering wheel that she like ran herself over on top of it.
Oh, that would have been awesome, yeah.
Yeah, people smart.
No.
SMRT.
No.
No regrets.
Dude, that's the funniest movie in a long time. Lynette, have you done that movie, We're the Millers?
No.
No? Oh.
It's pretty funny. You need to watch it. You put it on your list.
Oh, so...
No, but I...
Sorry, go ahead.
I should not be sharing this.
Yeah, go.
Sorry. Back in my youth, one of my friends hooked up with someone on a cruise ship, and he had a no regrets tattoo.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, or no
awesome.
regrets.
Regrets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that exists?
That's for real.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
She doesn't listen anymore. She'd murder me for sharing that. No names were shared. So
Why doesn't she listen anymore?
And you scared her away, probably.
Did I really?
I don't know.
Okay.
Frank, you scare a lot of people away sometimes.
Can't listen to this podcast on speaker in the office.
This is true. I would turn on every single woman that would listen.
No.
Yeah, no, there would just be wet spots all over the office.
Just gross.
So we got a 3-month free trial of Apple TV because I bought my wife an iPad for her birthday. And we just started watching Ted Lasso.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
I've heard raving things about it.
Listen, Missy, I go to her, I'm like, I could finally watch Ted Lasso. She goes, yeah, I want to see that too. I'm like, really? And this weekend, we almost finished both seasons.
Are there only 2?
There's 3. And they're real quick episodes. They're like 35-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes by real quick. Like, you just want to watch more. It's such a good show. So
it's like real, like, feel-goody.
Yeah. And the only reason why that came up was because Jason Sudeikis is in We're the Millers and Ted Lasso. Yeah. So, all right. Well, nice chat, ladies. We'll see you guys next week, right?
Yep.
All right.
Good. Yep. Same time.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, what's in the docket tonight?
Vicki and Casey White.
Ooh. Is Casey a male or a female?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
All right. So here's the story of Vicki and Casey White. So Vicki and Casey White's story is one of unexpected betrayal and tragic consequences. Vicki White, a respected corrections officer in Alabama, helped Casey White, a dangerous inmate with a violent past, escape from jail in April 2022. Their 11-day manhunt captivated the nation and ended in tragedy, raising questions about manipulation, loyalty, and the choices that led them down this perilous path. Their story remains a chilling reminder of how quickly lives can unravel. Vicki Sue White was born on January 26, 1966 in Lauderdale County, Alabama. She grew up in a rural, tight-knit community known for its rolling hills and strong Southern values. As the only child of her parents, Vicki was particularly close to her mother, Pat Davis. Her father passed away while Vicki was still young, further deepening her bond with her mother, who became a central figure in her life. In school, Vicki was an unassuming but diligent student. Teachers praised her for her work ethic and politeness, and classmates remembered her as kind and soft-spoken. She wasn't one to seek the spotlight, but was dependable and always willing to lend a helping hand. Her quiet demeanor belied an inner strength that would later shape her career. After graduating from high school in 1984, Vicki chose to stay close to her roots in Lauderdale County. She was drawn to a career in law enforcement, inspired by a desire to contribute to her community in a meaningful way. So in the early 90s, when Vicki Sue White first walked through the doors of the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office, she was a young woman with a quiet determination. Fresh out of her 20s, she was eager to make her mark in a field dominated by men. Her colleagues would later describe her as someone who exuded calm authority, even in the most stressful situations. Vicki started at the bottom working long shifts as a corrections officer in the jail. It was a tough job, requiring her to manage inmates who often pushed boundaries and tested authority. She approached the role with a mix of professionalism and humanity, treating those in her charge fairly but firmly. Her ability to diffuse tense situations and maintain order did not go unnoticed. Within a few years, she earned a reputation as one of the most dependable officers on the team. As the years passed, Vicky's role expanded. By 2005, she had risen through the ranks to become the Assistant Director of Corrections, one of the highest-ranking positions in the Lauderdale County Jail. It was an achievement
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Started from the bottom, then we're here?
Yup.
Oh.
Moving on up.
Moving on up.
To the east side.
To the east side. Yeah, I don't know the rest. You always go hillbilly. You know that, right?
Maybe I should move to Tennessee.
There you go.
Yeah.
Draw on down now here.
Like, you see, you always sound like you're doing a banjo.
And you always sound like a circus. So.
Oh, 100%. I am the fucking clown. I know. All right. So she risen through the ranks, and where was it? Okay. It was an achievement she earned through hard work and dedication in a field where women often faced additional hurdles. Her promotion was celebrated by her colleagues, many of whom looked up to her as a role model. In her new role, Vicky oversaw the daily operations of the jail, managing both staff and inmates. She became known for her meticulous attention to detail and her ability to keep the facility running smoothly. Her supervisors trusted her implicity, often assigning her the most sensitive tasks. Vicky's leadership style was steady and methodical. She didn't raise her voice often, but when she did, people listened. Over the years, Vicky received several accolades for her work, including multiple Employee of the Year awards. She wasn't one to boast about her achievements, but her colleagues made sure her contributions were recognized. She was the kind of leader who led by example, always the first to show up and the last to leave. Outside of work, Vicky's life was far less eventful. She lived a quiet, solitary existence in her modest home in Lauderdale County. After a brief marriage in her younger years, which ended in divorce, Vicky chose not to remarry. She had no children, and her personal circle was small. She found comfort in the steady rhythm of her life, work, visits with her mother, and quiet evenings at home. Her mother, Pat Davis, was her closest confidant. The two shared a deep bond, often spending Sundays together over coffee or a home-cooked meal. Vicky was fiercely loyal to her family, and her mother was her anchor through life's ups and downs. Pat described Vicky as someone who never caused trouble, always did the right thing, and took pride in her independence. Though she was admired for her professionalism, Vicky was deeply private. Her colleagues knew her as someone who rarely shared details about her personal life. Beneath her composed exterior, she carried the weight of loneliness, a vulnerability that few, if any, ever saw. In a career that demanded emotional resilience, Vicky managed to keep her personal struggles out of the spotlight. But those who were closest to her later admitted they sensed she longed for companionship and connection. In the final months before her planned retirement in April 2022, Vicky made decisions that seemed out of character. She sold her house, a small, well-kept property she had lived in for years, at a loss, pocketing around $95,550 in cash. When her colleagues asked about the sale, she shrugged it off, saying she was simplifying her life. No one questioned her further. Vicky was known for her practicality, and it seemed like just another step toward her retirement. It's so weird to think that a person that is described like that went down this path. No?
I would say yes and no. I mean, until you hear the full story, you kind of start thinking other things. I don't want to give certain things away until we get to it, but...
Okay. So Casey Cole White was born in 1983 in rural Alabama, into a world where opportunities often felt limited and hardship was a familiar companion. Casey's childhood was anything but idyllic. From an early age, he seemed to gravitate toward chaos. His family life was unstable, marked by financial struggles and strained relationships. Those who knew him as a child described him as a rambunctious boy, often testing the limits of authority. Teachers noted his frequent absences from school and his difficulty focusing in class. By the time Casey was in his teens, his reputation as a troublemaker had begun to take root. Despite the imposing stature, he was taller than most of his peers, even as a teenager. Casey struggled to find his place. His towering frame made him stand out, but it also added to the sense of isolation. Some saw potential in him, particularly on the football field, where his size could have been an asset. But Casey lacked the discipline and focus to channel the energy constructively. By his late teens, Casey had begun drifting toward a life of petty crime. Small thefts, fights, and brushes with the law became common occurrences. He seemed to thrive on defiance, a trait that only deepened as he grew older. The structured life that others around him tried to build seemed alien to Casey, who preferred to live on his own terms no matter the cost. In his early 20s, Casey's criminal behavior escalated. He had little interest in steady work or building a stable life, choosing instead to take what he wanted, often by force. He cycled in and out of jail for minor offenses, each stint further hardening his resolve to live outside the rules of society. Friends and acquaintances from that time remembered him as unpredictable, quick to anger, and unapologetic about his choices. Physically, Casey White was a man few could ignore. Standing at 6'9" and weighing more than 260 pounds, his size alone was enough to intimidate. But it wasn't just his stature, it was the way he carried himself. His piercing gaze and unyielding demeanor made him a figure to be feared. The physical dominance often allowed him to get what he wanted, and Casey wasn't afraid to use it to his advantage. In 2015, Casey's life took a darker turn. That year, he embarked on a multi-state crime spree that would forever define him as dangerous and violent criminal. The spree included a string of burglaries, home invasions, and robberies, culminating in a carjacking and a shootout with law enforcement. During the spree, Casey shot at his ex-girlfriend and held her roommates hostage, threatening to kill them. It was clear that his crimes were escalating, not just in frequency, but in their level of violence. Casey was eventually captured after a high-speed chase with police, and his arrest marked a turning point. Facing a long prison sentence, he showed no remorse for his actions. In 2016, he was convicted of multiple offenses and sentenced to 75 years in prison, a term that all but guaranteed he would spend most of his life behind bars. While serving his sentence, Casey was implicated in the 2015 murder of Connie Ridgway, a 59-year-old woman from Rogersville, Alabama. Ridgway's death had remained unsolved for years until Casey confessed the crime in 2020. According to his confession, the murder was a contract killing carried out at the request of another individual. Despite his admission, Casey later pleaded not guilty, claiming insanity. Well, that's stupid. In prison, Casey's violent tendencies and manipulative nature only deepened. He became known as a troublemaker among the inmates and a security risk to staff. In 2020, he attempted to escape from the William E. Donaldson Correctional Facility, a plan that included murdering his ex-girlfriend and her sister once he was free. The plot was thwarted, and Casey's reputation as a dangerous individual solidified. While his physical presence was intimidating, Casey's true danger lay in his ability to manipulate those around him. He had a knack for identifying vulnerabilities in people and exploiting them to his advantage. So, where do you think this goes?
Not a happy ending.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I didn't follow this story, so I'm kind of learning it as we go.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fun for you.
Yeah, I don't watch TV, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Life is so peaceful without TV.
Life is so boring without TV.
No, I love the documentaries and TV shows and the movies.
Yeah.
I do, but this was all I remember seeing faces blasted all over the news in the other room, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to go take a nap.
I will side with you there. I would rather take a nap than watch TV.
Because the movies in my head are way better.
Naps are life. Naps and tacos.
Free naps, free tacos.
Dude, tacos sound so good right now.
Are basically just Mexican sandwiches. And you love sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm so hungry now.
There's a free taco truck outside.
Sweet. See you guys.
They play mariachi music instead of like ding ding like the Ice Cream Man.
That would be awesome. It'd be even better if it like they were like the truck was just coasting and there was an actual mariachi band leading the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hear that miles away.
Right. And it's always the loudest music, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, there's like 45 trumpets in a mariachi band.
Yeah, but even when like they do it like in restaurants, like it is the loudest thing in the world.
You're just trying to eat. It's like
yeah. Yeah. And then like they don't go away until you give them a tip. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, they're like all in your face, like, hey.
That's how it works.
I have such a love-hate relationship with them.
I love them from a distance.
Yes. So back to the story. Their relationship reportedly began in 2020 after Casey White was transferred to the Lauderdale County Jail to await trial for the 2015 murder of Connie Ridgway. At the time, Vicki White was the Assistant Director of Corrections, a role that put her in direct contact with inmates, including Casey. As their bond grew, staff and inmates noticed that Casey appeared to receive preferential treatment. He was granted privileges that other inmates did not have, including extra food and cigarettes. Witnesses reported seeing Vicky spend more time with Casey than was typical for an officer of her rank. While this raised some eyebrows among her colleagues, no one suspected the depth of their relationship at that time. Vicky's willingness to bend the rules for Casey suggested an emotional attachment that went beyond professional boundaries. By mid-2021, their connection was strong enough that Vicky reportedly communicated with Casey outside of jail protocols. Investigators later found that Casey was given access to a phone, and it is believed that they used to speak regularly. By late 2021, their relationship had grown more intense. Vicky began making decisions that, in hindsight, were clear indicators of her emotional entanglement with Casey. She sold her house in March of 2022, well below its market value, freeing up a large sum of cash. Colleagues noted that she seemed unusually focused on her retirement plans, which now appeared to be tied to her intentions to help Casey escape. Although Vicky's colleagues and friends later stated that she showed no outward signs of distress or drastic change, small cracks in her carefully maintained professional facade began to appear. She spoke fondly of Casey to some jail staff, describing him as polite and charming, an unusual sentiment given his violent past. Despite the growing connection, Vicky managed to keep the depth of her relationship with Casey a secret for most of her colleagues. Her trusted position allowed her to avoid suspicion, even as she began preparing for the daring escape that would take place in April 2022. Inmates later revealed that their relationship was well known among those inside the jail, but it went largely unnoticed by staff. The culmination of their early relationship came in the months leading up to Casey's escape. By the time Vicky orchestrated the plan to help him break out of custody, their bond had transformed into something powerful enough to make her abandon her career, reputation, and ultimately her life. Their relationship, built in secrecy and shaped by manipulation and vulnerability, would lead to one of the most dramatic prison escapes in U.S. history. Vicki White began preparing for the escape months in advance. In March 2022, she sold her house for $95,550, significantly below its market value, which raised no alarms at the time. She began withdrawing large sums of cash from her retirement accounts, purchasing firearms, and collecting supplies that would later be used during their time on the run. Vicky also used her position as Assistant Director of Corrections at the Lauderdale County Jail to carefully craft the escape plan. She manipulated protocols and ensured all necessary paperwork was in order to avoid suspicion. Her exemplary track record and respected status among her colleagues gave her cover for her activities. On the morning of April 29, 2022, Vicki White told her colleagues she was transporting Casey White to a mental health evaluation at the county courthouse. She cited a follow-up medical appointment for herself, claiming she wouldn't return to the jail until later that afternoon. This explanation seemed routine and no one questioned her authority or intentions. At approximately 9:30 a.m., Vicky removed Casey from his cell and escorted him to her patrol car. Despite standard procedures requiring 2 officers for inmate transportation, Vicky, being second in command, bypassed this rule with ease. Casey was shackled at the hands and feet, but still posed a significant risk due to his size and history of violence. Unbeknownst to her colleagues, there was no scheduled mental health evaluation for Casey, nor a medical appointment for Vicky. Instead, the 2 drove to a parking lot where Vicky had pre-positioned an orange 2007 Ford Edge. They abandoned the patrol car and switched to the getaway vehicle, leaving no immediate trace of their destination. The escape wasn't discovered until several hours later, when jail staff attempted to contact Vicky about Casey's return and found her phone going straight to voicemail. By 3:30 p.m., alarm bells rang and a manhunt was initiated. Surveillance footage revealed Vicky and Casey leaving the jail together in a patrol car, confirming that the escape was deliberate. Later on that day, it was found that they had the abandoned patrol car in a nearby parking lot, switched to an orange 2007 Ford Edge, and disappeared without a trace. Why would you do an orange one? Like, that would stick out so much.
That's the loudest color you can possibly get in a vehicle.
Obvious.
Yeah, I mean,
unless they did that because it's so obvious that they'd be like, oh, they probably wouldn't think it because it's obvious.
I don't know. I mean,
people think weird, but
yeah, I mean, orange is my favorite color, but I wouldn't choose that for a car.
Vehicle.
Yeah, like black. You get a black car.
Or white now.
Yeah, or white.
White.
Your old hatchback Chevy Aveo yellow car.
Yeah, you would get that.
Because it wouldn't stand out at all.
No, big fat guy in a little car? Absolutely not.
I like that little car.
That was fun. I did like it too.
Yeah.
All right, so the realization that Vicky, a trusted figure in law enforcement, was aiding Casey White, a convicted felon and accused murderer, sent shockwaves through the community. The escape triggered a nationwide manhunt. Local authorities, the U.S. Marshal Service, and other federal agencies mobilized to track down the unlikely fugitives. 2 days after the escape, on May 1st, 2022, the abandoned Ford Edge was discovered in Williamson County, Tennessee, nearly 2 hours north of Florence. And is that by you?
I don't know. I don't know my counties,
Okay.
but I've heard of it.
Okay.
I'm going to Google it.
Do a Google, baby.
Doing the Google.
So it was a crucial lead, but it revealed little about where the pair had gone. Investigators feared the couple had switched vehicles again and continued their journey undetected. As news of the escape spread, media outlets plastered Vicky and Casey's faces across television screens and social media. Vicky's story, a once revered officer throwing away her career and life for a dangerous criminal, captivated the nation. The public was urged to report any sightings, and a $25,000 reward was offered for information leading to their capture.
It's near Nashville, so about 2.5 hours away.
Okay.
Well, everything's about 2.5 hours away. I should have just guessed it.
While the fugitives seemed to vanish, investigators were piecing together their plan. Surveillance footage revealed Vicky had been preparing for the escape for months. She had sold her home for less than its value, withdrawn tens of thousands of dollars in cash, and purchased disguises, including wigs. The evidence painted a picture of meticulous planning and suggested the fugitives were traveling under aliases using cash to avoid leaving a trail. Despite these precautions, tips began to trickle in. Witnesses reported potential sightings.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah.
Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid,
she's the
but
best,
yeah.
but...
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah.
We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Need to restock inventory, cover seasonal dips, or manage payroll? OnDeck's small business line of credit provides immediate access to funds, up to $200,000, exactly when your business needs it. With flexible draws, transparent pricing, and full control over repayment, you can tackle unexpected expenses without missing a beat. Apply today at ondeck.com, and funds could be available as soon as tomorrow. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
But none led to the elusive pair. Law enforcement expanded their search across multiple states, suspecting Vicki and Casey were avoiding major highways and sticking to rural areas. On May 9th, 2022, 11 days after the escape, a car wash owner in Evansville, Indiana, made a critical discovery. A Ford F-150 truck left abandoned on his property caught his attention. Surveillance footage confirmed Casey White had been driving the truck. This lead directed investigators to a Motel 41, where Vicki and Casey had been staying under assumed names. Law enforcement acted swiftly. The fugitives, sensing they had been discovered, fled the motel in a Cadillac sedan. A high-speed chase ensued, with officers pursuing the car through Evansville's streets. As the chase neared its climax, officers rammed the Cadillac, sending it crashing into a ditch. With the car immobilized, officers surrounded the vehicle. Inside, Vicki and Casey faced the end of their journey. As officers approached, a gunshot rang out. Vicki had shot herself in the head, unwilling to be taken alive. When officers pulled Casey from the wreck, he surrendered without resistance. His first words reportedly were, "Please help my wife, she shot herself." Vicki was rushed to a hospital but succumbed to her injuries. Casey was taken back into custody, his brief taste of freedom over. Inside the vehicle, officers found an arsenal of weapons, wigs, and $29,000 in cash, all part of the couple's escape plan. That's so sad.
It's very sad. It's like a Romeo and Juliet.
Well, I'm wondering, did she really pull the trigger?
Yeah. Watching the
threatened to kill his ex-girlfriend and all that jazz.
Yeah.
In the documentary, I think they said it was obvious that she did it herself.
Yeah. They did, yeah. In the documentary, that's exactly what they said, that all evidence pointed that she shot herself. Yeah, unfortunately. It would have been a better story if he shot her. You know, wouldn't be as sad.
I don't know about that, but...
Well, I mean, it's really sad because this phenomenal person just got manipulated into doing these horrible things, you know? So when the dust settled on May 9th, 2022, the story of Vicki and Casey White's escape shifted from a gripping manhunt to a haunting examination of the choices that led to their fateful journey. The world now sought answers to the many lingering questions. How could someone as accomplished and respected as Vicki White throw her life away for a man like Casey? What had truly transpired between them in the months leading to the escape? And how would their actions reshape the lives of those they left behind? Vicki White had spent 17 years building an impeccable reputation in law enforcement. Known for her professionalism, discipline, and warmth, she was a trusted leader at the Lauderdale County Jail. But after her death, a deeper story began to emerge, a tale of loneliness, emotional vulnerability, and perhaps manipulation. Vicki's funeral was a somber affair. Her family mourned not only her death, but the way her life had unraveled in its final months. They remembered her as a devoted daughter, sister, and colleague, a woman who had once been the embodiment of integrity, but whose legacy would now forever be tainted by the escape. Casey White, battered but alive, was escorted back to the Lauderdale County Jail under maximum security. Now facing additional charges for the escape and the tragic events that followed, he became the central figure in unraveling the mystery of his relationship with Vicki. During interrogations, Casey painted a picture of their time together that left investigators and the public divided. He claimed their relationship was consensual and that Vicki had been the mastermind of their escape, a narrative that many viewed as self-serving. However, others acknowledged his history of manipulation, suggesting that Vicki had been emotionally coerced into her actions. In the weeks following his capture, Casey's trial for the 2015 murder of Connie Ridgway moved forward. Prosecutors used the escape as evidence of his disregard for the law, reinforcing the need for justice for his alleged crimes. Casey remained stoic, showing little remorse for the chaos he had caused. The story of Vicki and Casey White became a topic of fascination and debate across the nation. True crime enthusiasts dissected every detail, while psychologists and criminologists analyzed the dynamics of their relationship. Was it love, manipulation, a mix of both? Theories abounded, but definitive answers remained elusive. The case also sparked discussions about systematic failures in the corrections system. How could a high-ranking officer exploit her position so easily? What safeguards could prevent such breaches in the future? The Lauderdale County Jail faced intense scrutiny, with calls for tighter security measures and greater oversight. In Lauderdale County, the fallout was particularly profound. The escape had tarnished the reputation of the local corrections system and shaken the trust between law enforcement and the community. Colleagues who had worked alongside Vicky felt betrayed, grappling with the realization that someone they admired had facilitated such a dangerous breach. The county implemented immediate changes to its inmate transport protocols. New policies required multiple officers for all inmate movements, regardless of rank or experience, and increased monitoring of high-risk inmates like Casey White.
Dumb decisions turn into more laws and more regulations.
Yep.
More rules.
More of a nanny state. Training programs emphasize identifying warning signs of inappropriate relationships between staff and inmates. For Vicky's family, the aftermath was a period of unrelenting grief and soul-searching. Her mother, Pat Davis, spoke publicly about her disbelief and sorrow, insisting that Vicky, she knew, would never have willingly thrown her life away. She wasn't the person the world is painting her to be, Pat said in interviews. She was kind, strong, and loyal. Something went wrong, and I'll never understand it. Casey White, meanwhile, became a symbol of danger and deceit, a man whose action had not only taken lives, but also destroyed the life of a woman who had once stood for justice. As the years stretched on, his name became a footnote in the annals of crime, while Vicky's story lingered as a cautionary tale about the power of emotional vulnerability and manipulation. The story of Vicki and Casey White is a haunting reminder of how the choices we make, whether driven by love, desperation, or manipulation, can have far-reaching and irreversible consequences. Vicky, once a respected officer, lost everything for a man whose violent past she couldn't escape. Casey, whose criminal actions led to chaos, remains a figure of intrigue and danger. Their story ended in tragedy, but it also sparked critical conversations about trust, vulnerability, and the complex nature of human relationships. Ultimately, it serves as a cautionary tale, showing how even the most trusted can fall, and how the path to destruction can be paved with both intention and illusion. The end.
I think she loved him. And listen, this happened during COVID time, so that was just weird. And everyone was weird.
2022.
And they made
bad
decisions.
Yeah, but they...
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. I really don't think, and I don't feel this way either, that a life so well lived should be defined by a stupid action. She may have thought she loved him, but I really think just that loneliness got to her, and a younger man showing the kind of attention he probably showed her really manipulated and made her do things that she thought she was doing out of love.
Yeah, especially being lonely and wanting that companionship. It gets to you.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So, I'm not sure if she truly loved him, but she thought she loved him.
I think she loved him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just
the romantic in me wants to say they both actually really loved each other, but then the other part of me, it's did he really manipulate her into thinking that he loved her to make her love him to do this?
All right, you got to pick a lane.
No.
Yes.
I don't do that. You should know this by now.
Yeah, and you need to start.
No.
Yes.
Are you a Gemini?
No, what's May 1st?
May 1st.
Or May 3rd?
I'm a Taurus.
Are you a Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're beginning of May, right?
Yeah.
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 You're a Taurus, so you're the bull?
I know this, but that was so many months ago.
I know. That was a whole 6 weeks ago.
I'm stubborn.
Oh, we know. We know. Yeah, that's...
What do you think?
I think she was manipulated. I think he used charm and coercion.
Men use charm and manipulation. That's why you get us to fall for it.
Exactly. That's why you guys are still here a year later.
Because once we get to know you, you burp and fart and scratch things and without questions.
Oh, you mean being a human? Yeah, that's what I do. That's what all
you do during the courting phase of your life.
The courting
phase?
His all 1 hour of courting.
Listen, you guys know better than others that you get the whole Frank all at once when you meet me. There's no stages.
Like I said, only 1 hour, and then it's...
No. I go, oh, it's nice to meet you. So what's your favorite sexual position?
Right. Hi, my name's Frank.
Yeah. You're either going to love me or fucking hate me. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
You know what's funny?
And I fucking hate you.
So a good friend of mine, Emery, his wife, when they first met, she fucking hated me with a passion. And me, being that annoying little jingle on the radio, I'm going to,
1877 cars for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Because you hate it when you first listen to it, but then 2 weeks later, you catch yourself singing the jingle to yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story about their wedding and how I pissed her off at the wedding?
I've heard this many times.
Was it what?
With the one with the keys?
Yeah, well, I did that twice. It was more my speech than what I said in my speech.
Yeah, you kind of insulted her, but not insult her.
No, I didn't insult her.
You called her crazy.
I didn't. I implied. There's a difference.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome.
I think our listeners have heard it as well.
Probably. I tell so many stories, I don't remember what I say.
I know, me and Missy are always like, here we go again.
So what are you guys' final thoughts here?
The things you do for love.
Mm-hmm.
Don't help a prisoner escape.
Unless you can actually get away with it.
True that.
You guys have the worst takes on these topics.
Why? Why?
Don't help a prisoner escape unless you get away with it.
And?
Captain Obvious. Obviously, you guys.
You love us. This is why we're still continuing this.
God, it's such a love.
My take was she loved him, and COVID kept us all separated from all the people we loved. And yeah, desperate times, you make dumb decisions.
Okay.
You go a little stir crazy.
Okay. Good. See, you expanded. I like that.
I already expanded, but you made me extra expand, like Thanksgiving dinner.
Is that a fat joke?
Yeah, like your pants. You got to expand your pants after Thanksgiving dinner.
Are you calling me fat?
No, everyone.
Everyone's fat on Thanksgiving?
Everyone has to expand their pants after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you got to wear your fat pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh.
Oh, yeah.
You know this?
Oh, okay.
You've been doing Thanksgiving wrong your whole life?
Yeah, I've been wearing...
First generation born?
Yeah, I've been wearing tights. Is that not what I'm supposed to do?
You're not supposed to wear your pleather pants.
Oh, damn it. They're assless chaps.
Parachute pants.
They're assless. Ooh, what if you had parachute pants that were assless?
Are they really parachute pants if they're assless?
Well, I mean, yeah, you just cut the ass cheeks out of parachute pants. So, of course.
What should you do with the air going through?
Dude, that air's out. It feels so great. It feels so good. My favorite when I had my Jeep, I had the doors off, I'd be driving, and I put my one foot on the step outside the Jeep, and if you wore shorts, like the wind would just travel up and through, it'd air out your ball sack. Oh, felt so good.
Okay.
See, you girls can't do that because that would just whistle.
No.
I cracked myself
Good, you
up.
crack yourself up.
I know, I do. All right, let's end this train wreck.
Please.
All right, so thank you for listening. My name is Frank.
I'm Bree.
And this is Lynette.
And this has been Fringe
Beyond
Limits.
KPMG makes the difference by creating value, like developing strategic insights that help drive M&A success or embedding AI solutions into your business to sustain competitive advantage. KPMG drives brighter insights, bolder solutions, better outcomes. KPMG, make the difference.